Hi there, Marcus Ochoa here from CoachQuestions.com, and in this video today I'm going to be talking about an issue, about a topic that I think is on a lot of people's minds, a lot of new coaches, maybe you've been a coach for a while, or maybe you're somebody who's thinking about becoming a coach, but it's something that I think is on a lot of people's minds at some point, and it's not really ever talked about. And there's a couple different variations, and I'm going to go a little bit deep in this video. But it's have you ever thought that the coach who sponsored you into the business or is trying to sponsor you into the business just wants to make money off of you? Has that thought ever crossed your mind? Because recently, and even over the course of a couple of years, the topic has come up, and I recently got a comment on my blog about somebody who's not on my team, but they were just basically saying that they didn't want their sponsor to benefit from the work that they did. And I told them I'd make a video and a blog post going over this topic and gonna answer it and give my thoughts on this. So basically I'm gonna start with a real scenario that happened within my team. So I got a whiteboard here, and I'm gonna try and I could give you kind of a visual of the team building process. So it's important to know how the team building process works and how the compensation plan works in order to understand the message that I'm trying to share with you. But within my team, I had a girl. It wasn't somebody that I sponsored. It was just somebody on my team, and she reached out to me and she said that she didn't want to build her business. She didn't want to make sales because she wasn't getting along with the coach that sponsored her into the business, and she didn't want that coach to benefit from the work that she was producing. So I went in, the first thing I did is I went into the genealogy where everybody is placed and looked to see, who her sponsor was and where they were all placed and things like that. And to make things simple, I drew out a little scenario here. So every coach has two legs they're building. So we'll say if this green spot here is me, as I'm sponsoring coaches into the business, I'm placing them in the right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, and then as they start building, they're building that inside leg, and they're building their team too. So the work, some of the work that I'm doing is benefiting them, and so on. But to get to the point is, we'll say that the girl who said she didn't want her sponsor to benefit from what she produced, we'll say she is right here. So I looked at her spot, and I looked at who her sponsor was, which was somebody that was above her. Maybe she was directly above her, depending on where she was placed. It doesn't really matter. But I looked, and I noticed that her personally sponsored coach wasn't active and wasn't emerald. So she was, I'll put a red X through her. She wasn't active, and she wasn't emerald, which means she wouldn't be able to benefit from the work that this girl produces. So if she makes a sale, nothing goes to her. So this isn't a type of business to where you can sponsor somebody and then sit back and collect all the money. It just doesn't work that way. So we have to produce ourselves in order to be able to reap the rewards of what our team produces. That's only fair. A lot of people have this misconception that they're just going to sit back, sponsor a few people, sit back and make a lot of money, and that's not the way that this works. So I let her know. I was like, listen, the girl who sponsored you, she's not active, she's not emerald. What you produce doesn't benefit her in either way because she's not doing anything. So don't let her, don't let your guys' relationship or the drama between you two affect your business. That's just silly. It doesn't make any sense. It'd be the same as saying something like, I love flowers planted in front of my house, but I don't like my neighbor. He's a jerk. He likes flowers too. I don't want him to be able to look out his window and see my flowers, so I'm not going to plant any flowers either. That's kind of that mentality to where you're worrying about what somebody else is is getting out of it, when you should be focusing on your own business and building your business. So, the same scenario, a lot of times people don't truly understand how it works. So another scenario is a good rule is that your business starts with you. So if this is you, wherever you fall, don't worry about what is going on above you. Like there are cases where there are hundreds or even thousands of people above you that can benefit from the work that you produce, and maybe a lot of them aren't in a position to benefit from you because they're not active or they don't have the rank and things like that. But if you go with the rule of your business starts with you, you're not going to care who's above you and who's benefiting, and having that mentality, just focus on building your own business. Now, obviously, it'd be great to have a great relationship with the person who sponsored you, but you're going to find that as you build a team, things happen. Things start to happen. There's drama within the team. People get jealous. People like to make excuses and blame and things like that. And those things happen. So, another quick story is I had somebody on my team, and this was somebody that I sponsored, and he had a lot of people above him. He was an Emerald coach. He had a lot of people above him, and he didn't have his other leg built. He had a few people in there, but he didn't have that leg built out big, and he was accumulating team volume on a weekly basis, and the number got to be pretty large, and for some reason he let his account go inactive. He didn't meet the 50 personal volume requirement to be called or to be considered an active coach. So because he went active, he lost all of that team volume that he had accumulated over the course of 6 months, maybe a year, maybe even over a year. So he was upset about that. So he reached out to me and he's like, Marcus, why didn't you let me know that I was going to be inactive? And my message was pretty much like, listen, it's not my job to monitor your account to see if you're active or not. You have to take accountability and stop trying to blame me for something that you easily could have logged into your coach online office and found out. I have hundreds of people on my team. I can't monitor everybody's account. It's your business. You monitor it. Take responsibility for why this happened. And he was upset, and he's F you, F that, and he ended up quitting. And the message was, he had all these people above him that I placed, or all these people below him that I placed into his team, and he actually benefited more from me in my work than I benefited from him. So it's not about who's benefiting who and who's doing anything for who. If you focus on your own business and the daily activities that you need to move your business forward, then you're going to be in good shape. So don't get into the keeping score and who's benefiting off of that and everything. And one more quick example. And I like to use this example. It shows exact numbers of scenarios where a coach can earn off of a sale you make. So for example, we have our annual All Access Challenge Pack, which sells for $199. When a coach sells that, they earn a $70 commission. So a coach makes that sale, $70 commission goes to the coach that made that sale. If it's somebody on my team, below me in my organization, that's worth 65 team volume points. And again, if you don't know what TV means and PV means, don't worry about that. It's not too important now. But just know that that works out to 65 TV, which is equivalent to $3.90 for me or anybody above them in their organization who qualifies to earn that. So that would earn me $3.90, and that's the absolute maximum. So if you're a Ruby coach or an Emerald coach, that number would be even smaller, but this is the Diamond, what the Diamond cycle bonus would be. So the coach earns 70, I make $3.90. I could really care less about $3.90. So it's not about me making $4. I'd rather much like to see somebody earn, $70. And you could even multiply that, if a coach goes out and sells 5 of those in a week, that would be $350 for the coach, and less than $20 would go to me in the form of cycle bonuses. And again, I would have to make sure that I qualify for that, and there's, that's having that rank, having an additional leg being built. But just to keep things simple, I'm just showing you an example to keep things simple. So that coach would earn $350, I would earn $20. The very, very insignificant amount. And my rule really is that it's not about making money off of you. It's about doing this together, working together and collaborating and partnering up. And I truly want to see you succeed. Yeah, if you go on to build a big business, I'm going to benefit from that. But if you make a few sales here and there, if you buy some things yourself, the amount of money that I get, or that the coach above you gets, or the coach who sponsored you into the business gets, is just so small, it just doesn't even matter. So to think that you're not going to work your business because you don't want the coach above you benefiting is just silly, and is just crazy. The work I put in, there are people above me, I don't even know who's above me. There's the goes up, I don't even know how many levels, but I've earned thousands of dollars for the people above me if they qualify. And again, they have to put themselves in positions to qualify, because not everybody does qualify. It's one of these things where you have to put in the work in order to receive the benefits. All right, guys, the camera cut out, so I'm not exactly sure where the video ended, but I was near the end of the video anyway. But the message is, don't worry about your sponsor. That's the wrong mindset and the wrong mentality to have. If you don't get along with your sponsor, don't let that affect your business. There's a ton of resources available. There's books and training, and you could reach up to your star diamond or your diamond, who's ever listed inside your coach online office. But don't use your sponsor really as an excuse. That's really a not a good mindset to have, and it's just going to affect your own business. There have been so many extremely successful coaches that had no support from their sponsor, and they went on to surpass and be more successful than the person who brought them into the business, which is something that's possible. There's no rule that says we can't achieve a higher rank than our sponsor. It's something that I did, and there's no rule that says you can't out-earn your sponsor income-wise, because that's something that happens all the time too. But hopefully you found this helpful. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.